The essence of what we're doing is we are awakening something that is already inside each and every one of us. We're awakening it at the right time, at the time when you need it. And the idea is that the very first class for us, that was the purpose. The purpose was, which we're going to review it right now, the purpose was to first of all recognize energy exists. As simple as that, it always existed in the books, it always existed on some level of our understanding, and it always existed somewhere, maybe tingling somewhere, maybe from time to time when we get excited, we feel that vibration going through our body. Sometimes we feel heat in our body. Sometimes we have this cold sensation that comes through. And we knew that that has some relation to energy. But right now, what we have here is the opportunity to discover, not only get that sensation of energy, but to start learning that that energy inside has a purpose, and its first purpose is to heal us, or to healing is kind of a word that maybe is used too widely right now. So I will say that it has a purpose to bring a certain level of unity inside the body. Okay? And that's the purpose for the energy, right? To bring a certain level of unity within the body. When we get that unity within the body, we have healthy emotional state, healthy physical state, right? And the journey towards that unity is what we are able to awaken. And even though we are here, different people, we have very similar needs, but yet we're very individual. And many times, certain techniques approach the process from the outside in, and therefore we all would be doing this exact same postures of yoga, exact same movements of qigong, exact same forms of visualization or imagery. We would say exact same mantras, right? And that's what we are used to generally. Okay, certain symbols are given to us, certain techniques from the outside are given to us. Now, what we introduced here is we literally, on one end, we're discovering where those postures came from, where those symbols came from, where those mantras came from, where those images came from. Where did they come from? They came from the inside of the gurus, who now are sharing it, maybe through thousands of years. They're sharing it through the oral traditions. Most of the high-end teachings are actually oral traditions. They are not written. Okay, the writings are basic usually, and for very beginners. But the advanced traditions, they are passed from teacher to student, and not only because oral, we may misunderstand it. We think it's just because what they say, but no, the presence of the energy, the changes of vibration that a teacher passes to the student is that which is more important than any words that could ever be said. Okay, so even though you were listening to the CD and the audio when you were practicing on your own, if you notice, the only thing I was actually saying in that audio and repeating it over and over again is what? What was I saying? In the first audio, the first self-regulation meditation, what was I saying? Pretty much for a whole half an hour.
Let yourself go, or freedom, relax.
Thank you. That's all. That's all. Everything else was awakened from the inside out. So all those postures we're talking about, all those sensations, all those movements was awakened inside of you, not because of the words I said, right? Because I had no instructions that I gave you. It was because of the energy that was there. The energy that it was not mine, because if it was my energy, then all of you would be doing exactly the same postures. It was something that my energy was able to awaken inside of you. And then everything else from that would be the guidance from you, from the inside. It will be your guidance from the inside. This is why the experiences may be very similar, but they're also extremely unique and different. And like you said, they're always changing. And the reason why they're changing is because you're changing. Because you receive, it's never trial and error. It's always the exact posture, the exact movement, the exact combination of postures and movements, the exact sequence of postures and movements, the exact breath, the exact imagery, the exact sounding. For some of you, maybe you needed to sound it out. And that's okay too. It would be the exact one for that moment for you. And if there is no movement, and for some of you, maybe you tried at home, and maybe there wasn't such significant movement. And there may be a time that will come that those who have movements right now may have less movements later. There will be other experiences. Stillness is very important as well. So you may experience stillness at one point, and then it will change again, and then it will change again, and again, and again, and it will continue changing. Integration of all the possibilities that your body is ready for. Because we begin, why am I saying ready for? Because we begin from the energy level. There is never a mismatch of some kind. It always coincides with your energy. There's never a posture or movement or a sequence that you're doing that you are internally either don't need it or not ready for. Why? Because it comes from the inside. Because it is your body that's guiding you into it. The only thing that we need to do right now is raise the energy high enough and let it happen. That was the first step that we went through. Of course, the next step that we haven't done yet here is to understand that there is also a mind, and our mind and our conscious mind is not there just to observe, because up until now we're just observing and witnessing, but it has also a purpose, and the purpose is to help that system, to help that what I call self-regulation, to continue and inspire it instead of holding it back. Because very often we find that our mind has its way of holding us back.